friend's brother goes there. Yes.
It's probably wild.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. The campus is the size of Belmore. It's like ridiculous.
Probably an old cotton field.
So, but it's like, just filling out the applications, filling out this, filling out that, then the financial aid. And it's like, hey, give us financial aid. I said, everybody said fill it out and just do it. You have to do it.
Do you student loans?
No, scholarships.
Okay, but in addition to that, try to student loans.
At least there's a little room.
Yes.
Yes.
This was like kind of a test, just so we can get going.
I know, right? And it's been there forever.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, it goes so close, like, like sitting in this tiny chair, and he's writing. I think this lights up.
Good morning. This is the Board of Appeals, Town of Hempstead, October 19, 2022, 9:30 a.m. Library. Please stand and pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Chairman, do you have any opening remarks?
I have lots, but only a few of them I'm permitted to say. So, all right. For those of you who are regulars here, this apparently is going to be our new regular home. They moved us out of the pavilion over to this location. They're in the process of installing somewhere. There is a camera set up, although I don't see it. Oh, it's up there.
Yeah, it's that.
Okay. Oh, it looks like a casino camera. So we have this will be on a live feed on the town website. It will be archived so people can see it in the future. We have no microphones up here, but apparently there is a microphone up there that's picking up everything we're saying. So that's our situation at the moment. As we go through the calendar today, we're going to start with any renewals, and then we'll start with any requests for adjournments. Then we'll go with the renewals, and then we'll start all the regular calendar. As we call your case, we ask that you come up to the table. Everybody will be sworn in. You'll give your name and address. You'll present your case. If there's any opposition or any witnesses, they will be permitted to testify. We will then close the case, and it will go on a decision calendar. Most cases will be decided today. If it's not decided today, it will then go on to either a reserve or what's our other calendar called? Referral calendar for decision in the future. And anybody that signs in on a case will get a copy of the decision once it's rendered. Other than that, we just ask that when you come up, speak slowly, speak clearly. Everything, even though it's being recorded electronically, is also being transcribed by our reporter, so she needs to be able to get it down also. So based on that, if anything else comes up along the way, we'll discuss it. I apologize in advance if I get a phone call and have to run out of here. Mr. Mata will then take over as chair of today's hearings. So based on that, Patrick, we're ready to go.
Mr. Chairman, I do not have any requests for adjournment.
Are there any requests for any adjournments? Okay.
First, we have case 68722, Waco, James M. Ward, renewal of grant to maintain two-family dwelling, known as 3441 Park Avenue. Sir, please raise your right hand. You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yes, sir. Please state your name and address.
James M. Ward, 3441 Park Avenue, Waco, New York, 979.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, this is a renewal of a grant of a two-family dwelling that was inspected by the building department on July 27, 2022, and at that time you were found to be in compliance with laws and conditions that were previously issued by the board. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
No, sir.
All right, do you have any other questions from the board?
Mr. Chairman, I move that the hearing is closed and that it be placed on the decision calendar so you will be notified by mail of the board's decision once it is ready. Have a nice day. Did a good job.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Any extensions?
Thank you very much.
Next, we have case 68822, Belmont, Merv LLC,
renewal of grant to maintain one double-faced illuminated attached ground sign, setback 1 feet from both front and side property lines, known as 2140 Belmore Avenue. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Name and address for the record.
Good morning, Chairman, members of the board. Richard Devon, 308 East Meadow Avenue, East Meadow, appearing as the agent for Merge LLC. Specific location is 2140 Belmore Avenue, located in Belmore, requesting a renewal for a sign at the subject location.
Okay, this sign was inspected by the building department on August 18 of 2022, and I like the way they marked on it here, no obvious violations. So it's hidden, but there were no obvious violations. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
No, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Have any other questions from the board?
Chairman, I move that the hearing be closed and matter be placed on the decision calendar. Mr. Pavone, you'll be notified by mail of the decision.
Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Second. All in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you, Mr. Devon.
Next is case 68922, Franklin Square, John Santinelli. Renewal of grant to maintain 5-foot high living fence forward of the dwelling, which may substantially obstruct line of sight, and 4-foot high chain link fence are both located within the rear side triangle, known as 943 Stewart Place. Behind the scene. Please raise your hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
State your name and address for the record.
My name is John Santinelli. I'm at 43 Stewart Place, Hempstead, New York.
Okay, this is a renewal dealing with the fence, and the premises were inspected by the building department on August 19 of 2022, and at that time you were found to be in compliance with all the conditions previously issued by this board. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
No, not at all.
Thank you. Do you have any other questions from the board?
I move that the hearing be closed and the matter be placed on the decision calendar. You will both receive a copy of the board's decision by mail once it's rendered. Thank you, and enjoy the remainder of your day.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you.
Next we have case 69022, Merrick Tracy Stenley. Renewal of grant to maintain 2-family dwelling known as 2049 Potter Avenue. Swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? State your name and address for the record.
Tracy Stone, 2049 Potter Avenue, American North, London,
Morning. Okay, this is another renewal of a 2-family dwelling that was previously granted. It was inspected by the building department on August 25 of 2022, and they found it to be in compliance with all the conditions that were previously issued by the board. Is there anything else that you would like to add? Any other questions from the board?
Move that the hearing be closed and the matter be placed on the decision calendar. You will be notified by mail of the board's decision once it's ready. Thank you.
Second. All in favor? Opposed? Abstentions?
Next we have case 69122, Wanda, Scott J. and Kathleen A. Henderson. Renewal of grant to maintain 6-foot high wood fence known as 3385 Carrollton Avenue. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? State your name and address.
Kathleen Scott Henderson, 3385 Carrollton Avenue, Montauk, New York, 11798.
All right, good morning. This is a renewal on a fence that was inspected by the building department on August 22, 2022, and they found it to be in compliance with the conditions that were previously issued. Is there anything else that you would like to add? Okay, thank you. Do you have any other questions from the board?
Mr. Chairman, I move that the hearing be closed and matter be placed on the decision calendar. Mrs. Henderson, you'll be notified by mail of the board's decision once it's ready. Thank you.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you.
Next we have case 69222, Montauk, Anthony and Elizabeth Oswald. Variance of lot area occupied, construction conditions attached to the dwelling, also known as 3642 Maxwell Drive.
swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Anthony Escobedo, 3642, Maxwell Drive, Montauk, New York.
I am Michael Degnan, registered architect since 1992, office located at 1943 Montauk, New York. My clients Anthony and Elizabeth H.D. are the homeowners, they're young and well family. They reside in subject property previously stated. It's located in County District Residence B. We are proposing interior improvements and alterations as well as a 53 square foot, one-story addition in their existing ranch style home. We are requesting a variance for lot coverage. The lot is 6,777 square feet in irregular shape. The allowable lot coverage in this zone is 27.5% or 1,684 square feet. The current lot coverage of the dwelling as it exists today is 31.5% or 2,138 square feet. And our proposed total lot coverage is 32.3% or 2,194 square foot in this one-story home. The property conforms to all other zoning regulations.
Okay, do you acknowledge any questions or issues from any of your neighbors? All right, you're next to one of the, looks like you're next to one of the drainage areas. Is that an easement or driveway to the south of your property? Had access to the drainage area?
The town has access through our property.
Through your property?
So if I understand you correctly, you're asking to increase the current lot coverage by less than 1%, and you're asking for no other variances?
Correct.
All right, well, any other questions from the board?
With that, the hearing is closed and the matter is placed on the decision calendar. You will both be notified by mail of the board's decision once it's ready. Thank you. Have a nice day.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstentions?
Next we have case 69322 Belmore, Michael Hempstead. Special exception to maintain an accessory structure, shed higher than permitted, known as 2280 Lakeview Road. Swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Please,
Morning, members of the board, Mr. Chair. My name is Mark Anthony Montessori, architect. My office is located at 1563 Belmore Avenue, Belmore, and today I'm hearing for my client, Menzies, for the owner and occupant of the subject property. This morning, requesting variance to maintain a shed that is higher than permitted. I submitted several photos because it is located in the video, so the board can see it. We'd like to maintain the existing shed with a height of 10 foot 6 inches to the ridge and 11 foot 10 inches to the top of the cupola.
How long is the shed been there?
If I was to just guess over the condition of it, at least 10 years.
No complaints from any neighbor?
Never,
How did your client come to know it needed to be legalized?
because we did an addition. This is where it's required 9 feet. We're asking for an average of that. You'll see
11, 10 on the bridge and 10, 6 on the other.
10, 6 to the ridge, 11, 10 to the cupola.
Oh,
And you'll see that the shed is extremely well maintained. And it's way far enough off the property line.
All right, this is right across the street from Mill Pond.
Yes, sir.
Anything else that you would like to add?
No.
Any other questions from the board?
the hearing is closed, the matter is placed on the decision calendar. Mr. Montessori will be notified by mail of his decision once it is ready.
Thanks all.
Second.
Have a great day.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstentions?
next we have cases 69422 through 69622. Near Wester, John Carruthers. Variances, lot area occupied, maintained roof patio attached dwelling. Variance, lot area occupied, maintained shed. Special exception to maintain second accessory structure, Barclay Island, exceeding horizontal maximum lot area occupied variance, also known as 104 page length. You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Good morning, Chairman and members. Christian Brown, Block Hempstead, 122 Franklin Avenue, Garden City, for the applicant. This is property at 104 Page Lane in the Westbury area, LPRD district. What's before you today is a couple of requests to maintain structures in the backyard that put it over the lot area occupied requirement. 30% is permitted. Right now, the lot area occupied is 33.8%. That is attributable to the fact that the current homeowner placed a roof over the existing patio in the backyard. The patio is about 533 square feet. It initially was not counted in the lot coverage because originally it was not roofed over. But when you roof it over, it is counted in the lot coverage. So that explains the vast majority of the overage that we're requesting to maintain. The patio also has a built-in barbecue structure, which the building department counts as a second accessory structure and applies the shed regulations to that second structure. So the length of the barbecue is 14 feet, where 12 would be permitted. And there's also a shed existing in the proper place, but again, it wasn't originally there when the house was renovated. I believe this house apparently fallen into substantial disrepair. It was recently renovated. As you can see, it's quite nice from the photos, and I guess the shed wasn't on the original plan. So that adds an additional 80 square feet towards the lot coverage calculation.
But what's the total area at your seat?
33.8, where 30 is permitted. It's an LPRD zone.
That's your case.
That's the case. So it's all just to maintain it again. It's really being triggered by the fact that the current homeowner roofed over the patio.
And then did they roof it over with a permit and that's out, or did someone complain?
No one complained. They roofed it over and then were told they had to come here.
But what triggered anyone to tell them that?
I believe the drafting professionals advised them that you need to legalize this, and they agreed to do so. I'm told there's been no complaints from the neighbors.
I just meant if there wasn't a permit, no inspector would have been there to tell them. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They did it on their own volition, sort of, when their professionals advised them that they needed to get a variance to legalize the roof over.
All right, that's
the case.
Any other questions from the board?
Not hearing the close amendment from the city council, lastly, you can notify by mail the board's decision once it's ready.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
All in favor?
I like this sound system, by the way. It makes your voice sound pretty professional.
But it is magic. It's from
Next, we have case 69722C.
May I just ask you,
Dorothy and Grasso,
is the system
and
for BCS?
Carl,
I know someone who's going there. Do you remember? Is it the same procedures? Do they meet weekly or monthly?
I think it's monthly.
Are they strict or it's used to be some kind of business on Sunrise, and he wants progression in there. Needs parking variance. Just come.
They'll probably be okay. I mean, they're not as they're more mature. It's Republican. But they're like wacky. They can be wacky.
Yeah, like
it's not as
small town.
Yes, because you guys get 1,000 of them, so it's like a conveyor belt. They're going to be a little more.
This is the mother-daughter application.
I don't think
So the way this house is structured, is it upstairs and downstairs?
Thank you.
So who's going to be living upstairs? Names. New names and everything. Dorothy and John? And John. Okay. So you're the owner, says owner and brother. Okay. Then living downstairs will be. Okay, and I see we have a letter here from one of your children saying that student teaching, so they can't be here for the
right. Marissa and Nicholas is in college, so there should be a letter from as well.
Okay, and so you're aware that if this is granted to you, it's personal to you, and if the house gets sold, you have to restore it back to a one-family dwelling. So are you aware of that? The second kitchen has to come out. If you sell the house and it's no longer used as a mother-daughter for you, then that second kitchen has to come out, and then the new person would have to come in and reapply again. Right? And the house must maintain the appearance of a one-family dwelling, one doorbell, one electric meter, one mailbox. Is that correct? And you were given a mother-daughter fact sheet. You read it. You agree to abide by the terms that are in that fact sheet. All right. This was the plans were reviewed by the Board of Architectural Review, and they found that they're not making any recommendations for any other changes to be made. So that's okay. How many cars do you have between everybody in the house on any given day? You have 5? All right. I'm looking at the sheet that was submitted to the site company. And I have, it looks like the way it's set up, you can fit 1 car in the garage and 3 on the driveway?
4 on the driveway.
4 on the driveway. Okay, so that covers all the cars that you have, so there's enough room to park off the street. All right? And that's the only things that I see in files. Is there anything else that you would like to add? Okay. Do I have any other questions from the board?
Mr. Chairman, I move that the hearing be closed, that the matter be placed on the decision calendar. Ms. Grasso, Mr. and Mrs. Bucaro. You will all receive a copy of the board's decision by mail once it's ready. Thank you.
Thank you.
Second. All in favor?
Next week, cases 698-22, 701-22, Point Lookout, James Corcoran. Variances, lot area occupied, front yard setbacks on Hewlett Avenue and Beach Street. Maintain second-story addition and one-story addition, storage below all attached dwellings. Variance, lot area occupied, construct roof over deck with stairs attached dwelling. Variances, front yard setbacks on Hewlett Avenue and Beach Street. Maintain 2 AC units attached to dwelling. Maintain 6-foot-high fence over the on Beach Street, which may substantially obstruct line of sight. Also known as 42 Beach Street. Swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So, okay.
Good morning, members of the board. Chairman, my name is Michelle Casalino. My address is 1119 Roosevelt Way, Westbury, New York, 11590. I am the agent for owners James and Maria Corcoran, owners of the subject property at 42 Beach Street, Point Lookout, New York, also known as Section 61, Block 28, Lot 2. The property is located on the southwest corner of Beach Street and Hewlett Avenue and located in the residential B zone. First case before the board today is to maintain a second floor addition on the side of the building abutting Hewlett Avenue. The front yard setback is 4.9 feet. The required front yard setback is 25 feet. The average front yard setback on the Hewlett Avenue is 6 feet. The addition was constructed in the same location as the addition was constructed in the location of a second floor deck that was approved by the board under building permit number 8702460, case number 354. The original dwelling constructed under building permit number 10063 back in 1934 required no variances.
When was the addition? If you don't mind asking that. You're referring to the second story addition or the first one?
The second story. So there was a deck at the side,
right,
and that now is enclosed as an addition.
When was it enclosed?
This was between 1987 and 1991.
And then the other addition?
The other addition is at the rear.
When was that?
That was permitted back in 1987.
Well, why is it before us?
Because there were some alterations done to the addition. So
what were the alterations?
The alterations was on the rear addition was a fireplace and window changes. So they added a fireplace and window changes.
I'm just trying to find out.
After 1987. So they were permitted back in 1987 to have a building permit for it. After 1987, between then and 1992, when there was a switch of ownership, is when it was completed.
Right, but they were altered from what was permitted. That's all I wanted. Yes. Keep going.
Were they interior alterations on that only?
They were just interior alterations, but the fireplace, because it is wood burning, they have to put a chimney, obviously on the outside.
And that caused this to get thrown into a variance and revoke that permit.
It changes from the original, so they wanted the board to rehear the case.
So wait, the one-story addition with storage below was solely an interior alteration?
The rear addition, there was alterations done to it. This is why it's back in front of the board again. And the alterations that were done to that already permitted area was a switching of a window and adding a fireplace.
Okay, just so I make sure I'm following you now, because I thought I wasn't. So what's before us is the maintained second-story addition, and one-story addition with storage below.
Correct, that's at the rear.
That is the rear. Now the
Yes.
first in the rear?
And the second
So
story.
that changes the footprint. To be before us as a one-story addition, you change the footprint. I'm pretty sure.
But that was already permitted. The footprint, meaning the square footage of the area stayed the same, they just added a fireplace to the area. Am I missing something? I'm sorry.
I just don't, I'm not clear on it.
Ms. Monte,
If
can
the
you
woman-
use to clarify? I just want to show you the 1987 building permit so you can see
Because
the original. Which says. So all that's highlighted here is the already permitted, that was already permitted back in 1987.
yes. definition is a change of scope, because if there was a room in a house that was already legally, structurally there on the first floor, if someone changed the fireplace inside that room, I don't believe that would generate a request to maintain a one-story addition. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I just want to identify what it is we're being asked to approve as a one-story addition house that is not otherwise legally there. See what I'm saying? addition. So I just, it's not clear that she says it's in the back. Where's that? That's what I have here. Yellow. Right here. This is the one that she said it is, but, are you saying this little thing that's sticking out is the fireplace?
Yes.
So they did go out, they did change the
It's a good shoot out.
Oh, you said it's fireplace inside, so I'm saying, so it's that.
It says used internally.
Yes.
I said it's a wood-burning fireplace that's used internally inside that addition.
Yeah.
That wasn't there initially with the building permit application that was approved back in.
The important part was that's where the footprint changed. Gotcha. So that helps me understand.
Okay.
And that's what you're calling the rear.
That's the rear, and yes, that's the rear addition. And the other, which is case number 1, under 698, that is for the side addition. Because once again, back in 1987, they had constructed a second-story deck, which they have now enclosed, making it an addition upon the first story.
Okay, and that is, I'm sorry, I want to follow.
That is on the side towards the driveway.
Okay, and what about, it says on here, maintain garage conversion on the basement level, first floor alterations. Is that part of this 2-story, the second story, or is that garage conversion is not for it?
The garage conversion is not before because that's part of the original footprint of the house. But in that area is where the deck that was once there and has now been enclosed.
Could you approach it? There's a confusion. I just want to ask you a question about the plan.
Why is this the certain plan of this? This one here, this is the one that should have been. This is the update. So this is the updated set that was finally put in and go according to. So there's really nothing that really changes. It's literally the actual architect update the information. What was that?
The chimney, we now figured out the chimney is our first.
Have all copies. Yes.
No, I'm sorry.
I guess that's the garage conversion.
I know. Garage conversion doesn't have to come from us. It's not before us.
It's not because this is the original dwelling itself. It did not go for a variance. The basement level, which is 1 foot deep, which is where the garage conversion occurred. It's, I can't call it a crawl space because it's 6 foot of height, but it's underneath, it's below grade, making it a basement.
No, it's maintain garage conversion. Maintain garage conversion. No, it's on the basement. I don't know, it's just garage conversion.
And basement. It was conversion.
Does a garage conversion have to come? Because I wasn't sure if that's enforced only if it happened.
There's pictures there or
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Is that okay?
Yeah, no,
Should I continue on?
Yes,
or-
yes.
The second case before the board today is to reconstruct the deck on the first floor with a roof over above. The proposed roof over deck is 25 by 15.1 feet. The existing deck that was constructed under building permit number 870-2460, case number 354, was approved at 25 feet 6 inches by 15 feet 9 inches. This deck was in disrepair and in dangerous conditions. The owners have removed this deck from 1987 for the safety reasons and wish to rebuild the deck slightly on a smaller scale with a roof over above. The proposed lot coverage for the proposed roof over deck is 38.86%. The original board grant was for 40%. Note that back in 1987, the permitted lot coverage was 30%. The permitted lot coverage today in the residential B zone is 27.5%. The rear addition was also constructed in 1987 under the same building permit and under the same variance case number 3854. There were minor window changes and a fireplace that was added in the rear addition that's attached to the main dwelling of the house. Any questions on that?
Yeah, just as it pertains to the fence, I have a question.
So should I continue on to that case first and just...
Do whatever you want.
Sure, I'm sorry. The third case before the board space to maintain 2 AC units. One unit is located 1 foot off the Hewlett Avenue property line. The other unit is located 2.7 feet off of Beach Street property line. The required front yard setback is 25 feet off both street property lines. The average front yard setback on Hewlett Avenue is 6 feet. And the average front yard setback on Beach Street is 7.7 feet. Both units are located behind a 3-foot wall, which obstructs the view of both units. And the last case before the board today, which is case number 701, is to maintain a 6-foot high stockade fence located forward of the building line and obstruct the line of sight. The fencing has existed in this location since the late 70s and has been replaced by the owners and well maintained in good condition. There have been no complaints about its location or the height. The adjoining neighbor to the west of the subject property had no statements and is actually, he's wishing that the board grant the programs the approval for the height and location of the fencing. I just would like to submit the 2 abutting neighbors and the neighbor across the street consent letters. Thank you. The Perkins have been a long-time resident of Point Lookout for over 25 years. They keep their property well maintained. They have no gripes with any neighbors. They're keeping everything in line with the character of the rest of the neighborhood. And that pretty much concludes my case. If there's any questions.
Hewlett runs one way north, correct?
Yes.
And I'm looking at it correctly. There really is, well, there's no fence at all shown on the actual corner of Hewlett and Beach, but in the picture it looks like there is that low concrete wall.
Yes, yes, exactly.
So, as it pertains to basically the Cliffside Triangle, we're not asking for the fence there anywhere.
Any other questions from the board?
Mr. Chairman, I'm going to be hearing a closing matter based on the decision calendar. This council meeting will be notified by mail of those decision cases.
Second. All in favor? Opposed?
You too.
Next, we have case 70222, Oceanside, Michael Sikorsky, special exception to maintain the second accessory structure shed exceeding horizontal maximum, also known as 191 Forest Street. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Please take a seat, state your name and address for the record.
Good morning, my name is Melissa Graham. I'm from Walnut Perfect Permits, 124 Front Street, 3205, Nice Beach Park, 1762. I am the agent representing Mike Sikorsky. He is the owner of 191 Forest Street, Oceanside, also known as Section 54, Block 223, Block 31. The application was filed to maintain an existing shed. The shed is a second accessory structure and is 3 inches in length or 12 feet allowed. My client purchased the house in 2020. The shed was already existing. Since filing this application with the board, we have closed out and issued certificates of completion for the pool, the fencing, the deck, and the metal shed on the property. None of the neighbors have any issues with the variance being granted.
And it's the first accessory structure, that smaller shed?
Yes,
And that's your case.
that is my case.
Do I have any other questions from the board?
I move that the hearing be closed and the matter is placed on the decision calendar and be notified by mail of the decision.
Thank you very much.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Any objection?
Next, we have cases 70322, 70422, near Valley Street. Urban Valley. Special exception to maintain an accessory structure, shed higher and larger than permitted to exceed horizontal maximum. Variance, side yard, and maintain ACD attached dwelling, also known as 36 Saddle Rock Road. 37.
Good morning. Again, for the record, my name is Melissa Graham from Long Island Perfect Permits, 124 Front Street, 2205, Massapequa Park, 11762. I am the agent representing Urban Valley. He is the owner of 36 Saddle Rock Road, Valley Stream, also known as Section 39, Block 506, Lot 13. The application was filed to maintain an existing shed and an AC unit. The shed is 18 feet in length, where 12 feet is allowed. The shed maintains 208.4 total square feet, or 144 square feet is allowed. The AC unit is located on the west side of the property and has a 4-foot setback where 5 feet is allowed. My client purchased the house in 2004. The shed was pre-existing and was thought to be a detached garage. Since there's no access for a car, the town will allow it to be a shed. The AC unit was installed in 2004 when my client moved in. The client has recently sold the home. He's spoken to the neighbors and they have no issues with either variance being granted.
That's your case.
That is my case.
Okay. Was this ever a garage?
As far as he says. As long as he's owned the house from 2004, it was never a garage.
I'm sorry, I did have, real quick, just so I can get on where you probably said it, I missed it. The size and the horizontal maximum, I know it's allowed. The height you got 10.9, right?
Right. The shed is 18 feet in length.
On one side.
Correct.
And what's the total square foot? 208? is that-
208.4.
Okay, got it. Mr. Chairman, I move the hearing be closed and that takes on the decision calendar. Mr. Graham will be notified by mail of court's decision once it's ready.
Second.
Very much.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Any objection?
Very nice day.
You too.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, the morning calendar next week have the 9:30 a.m. adjournments. We have cases 645.2, 646.2, Bushside, Sanford, West. Variances, lot area occupied, rear yard, maintain deck with pergola attached dwelling, maintain pool and pool equipment with less than required rear and side yard setback, known as 3432 Turf Road. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and God? Yes. State your name and address.
Good morning, Previous Board. My name is Jacqueline Prescott, 5B Architecture and Engineering, 303 Merrick Road, Glenbrook, New York, 11563. I'm the agent representing Mr. Sanford Asia at 332 Turf Road. He's currently undergoing cancer treatment. That's why he's unable to attend the previous one of this one.
You, sir?
Good morning, Board. My name is David Roll. Also, I work at 303 Merrick Road, Suite 402, Glenbrook, New York, 11563. And I'm also here to represent Sanford Glazer, and I just wanted to mention that he extends his appreciation for moving on the case because of his hardship and health condition.
All right, so what can we do for you?
We're asking for, currently we have a raised deck, pool equipment, and a pool that's encroaching on the side and the
25% over the 27.5.
That is correct.
Yeah, and it could be.
Do you have any objections from any of the neighbors?
Not so far. That's our job.
Speak now or
Yeah.
that piece.
Yeah, you're only asking for 31.5% lot area occupied.
Because the rearwood deck takes you up to 30% coverage.
That's a lot.
Yeah, so it's a de minimis by
It does.
area. All right. And that's your case. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
Nothing else.
Do you have any other questions from the board?
Chairman, I move the hearing be closed and matter placed on the city calendar. Mr. Roll, Mr. Prescott will be notified by mail of the board's decision once the direct render. Best wishes to your friend.
Thank you, and have a safe day.
Second. All in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? That, believe it or not, completes our morning calendar for today. We're going short break. We'll come back to the decisions next week. Let's do our next week. So, next week. We have hearings, so they should be like 10. Just wait, I'll be next week. I'm sure. All right, that's just one. Yeah. All right, so let's do 5 and then we'll decision.
Oh, that's nice. I know, I'm sure about that.
Week's the 26th.
Yeah.
I can't be here. It's my wife's birthday.
Oh my God, that's a perfect.
You'll be missed.
I can't be here. I can't be here. He's going to be here.
We have to tell them we want a hotspot. Internet hotspot in there because it's
Wow, there is a big difference, yes.
First,
No, the cold.
first I have to go to the inspection.
How about the air vents? Tailgated, so fun. The leaves are so pretty there.
Yeah. So let's leave it with double everything.
yeah, she does. And then we drive up to the fence and our gas and catch the hour and chance and we
Pat, you want me to present, I can present this.
Okay.
Facts on it? Oh, did the extension top sheet? Yep, no problem.
A video that must be of my daughter playing.
All right, we ready, guys? We ready. First case, 687 of 22 in Waco, James and Warren, 3441 Park Avenue in Waco. Under discussion. If not, do I have a motion?
Make a motion in case 687 of 2022, James Ford, up to the premises 344 Park Avenue, in Wanto, New York, to approve this requested same condition.
Here's second.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Next case, 688 22 Belmore, NERP LLC, 2140 Belmore Avenue, Belmore. Any discussion? If not, do I have a motion?
I move case 688 of 22 in Belmore, 2140 Belmore Avenue, the approval as requested, sign condition, same condition plus.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Next case, 689 22 Franklin Square, John Santinello, 943 Stewart Place, Franklin Square. Any discussion? If not, do I have a motion?
I move that case 689 of 2022, as you've described it, affecting the property located at 943 Stewart Place, be approved as requested based on the report by building department that they're planning to offer you the same most conditions for 5 years.
Conditions, second. Second. All in favor? Opposed? Any abstentions? Yes, yes. Yeah, it is. It is. We're on the mark five, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's being recorded.
Yeah.
Yes, so we do not need to record report because we are being recorded and it's going to be archived. So the purpose of the open meetings law, the deliberations are sufficient. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is all valid to the public. Yeah, they were.
And it's on public feed right now.
It's being live streamed now.
Live stream and archived.
Yeah, so we've met all those. procedural-
We would never do anything.
Yeah, video. Yeah.
It's okay. Okay, 690 America, Tracy Stenley, she said it was. 2049 Potter Avenue, America. Any discussion? If not, do I have a motion? 690.
I move that case number 690 in 2022, that it be granted with the same conditions based upon the review of the building department and the testimony for a period of 5 years.
Second.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? 691 22 Waco, Scott J. and Kathleen Henderson, 3385 Carrollton Avenue, London. Any discussion? If not, do I have a motion?
I move case 691 of 2022, located at 3385 Carlton Avenue, Morton, granted as requested with all previous conditions.
Say, second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Next case, 692 22 Waco, Anthony and Elizabeth Acevedo,
3642 Maxwell Drive in Whitehall. Any discussion? If not, do I have a motion?
I make a motion in case 692 of 2022, Elizabeth and Anthony Acevedo, residing or affecting premises 3642 Maxwell Drive, be approved as requested.
Second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Case 693, 22 Belmont. Michael Menzies, 2280 Lakeview Road in Belmont. Any discussion? If not, do I have a motion?
I move case 673 of 22 Belmar Michael Menzies, 2280 Lakeview Road, be approved as requested.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Any abstentions? Next case is 694 to 696 of 22 Westbury. John Carlos, 104 Page Lane, near Westbury. Any discussion? If not, do I have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move that case 692 of 2022.
694.
I'm looking at it, it's not saying 694 of 2022 through 696 of 2022 in near Westbury, John Carolus, as you previously described it, affecting the property located at 104 Page Lane, be approved as requested.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Case 697 of 22C, Dorothy Grasso, Katha, and Frederick DeCaro, property address 3827 Arthur Avenue, Seabrook. This is his mother's daughter. There was no BAR recommendation on this. Is there any further discussion? If not, do I have a motion?
Move that case 697, 2022, Dorothy Grasso and Tucaro, the mother-daughter residence, proposal at 3827 Arthur Avenue, be granted with the usual mother-daughter conditions.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Next case is 698 through 701 22 Point Lookout, James Corcoran, 42 Beach Street, Point Lookout. Any discussion? If not, do I have a motion?
I will make the motion, but I will say that and I couldn't just put this in my motion, but I'll also put my motion. With regard to cases 698, 22 through 701 of 2022, look at James Cochran, affecting property at 42 Beach Street. I would move that the maintained cases all be approved as requested, which is case 698, 699, 700 and 701, approved as requested. As it relates to the fence case, which I believe would be case 701.
That's the fence
I'm
case
sorry.
701.
I apologize. As that everything be approved as requested, and as to the fence case, I would like to make that, I'd like to approve that for 5 years solely because a portion of fence, which is not before us, and it's not before us because it's 3 feet tall, but it's contiguous with the fence before us, and I would just like to make sure that shorter fence stays shorter because it is in the losing triangle.
So the motion is that it will be granted except 701 is 5 years.
Correct. So we can ensure, and I just want to say the basis.
Yeah, but then some of the discussion, that's not the motion.
Yeah, that's why
Okay.
I'm sure I should put in discussion of motion, but.
Do I have a second on the motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Next case, 702-22 Oceanside, Michael Sikorsky, 191 Forest Street, Oceanside. Any discussion? If not, do I have a motion?
I move case 702 of 2022, located at 191 Forest Street, Oceanside, be granted as requested.
Second.
Aye. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Cases 703 and 704 of 2022. Near Valley Stream, Urban Ballot, 36 Saddle Rock Road, Near Valley Stream. Any discussion? If not, do I have a motion?
I'd like to make a motion in cases 793 and 704 to approve as requested with the caveat that no heat and no water be placed in the building. So that it's not be
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Last cases 645 and 646 of 22 in Oceanside, Stanford Placer, 3432 Turf Road, Oceanside. Any discussion? If not, do I have a motion?
I move cases 45 to 646 of 22 Oceanside, Sanford, Glacier, and 3432 Turner Road, be approved as requested.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, that completes the morning hearing calendars. Let's go to the reserve calendar. And Patrick, well, tell us where we are.
And again, MCRT, I have requests from the applicant to sit on it. We're still exploring our options in regards to transferring that back to the town board for lack of jurisdiction of the Park and Zoning Board, but that still has not come to fruition, so we're going to hold that for a little bit longer. 645 St. Clark, I spoke with Bob O'Brien regarding the redrawn plans for that rear. We wanted the stairs to be interior, not exterior, as well as the back balcony to be narrow, so they couldn't really set up on that. Still haven't received the plans from Bob O'Brien. I'll check with him again.
Do you want to give him a deadline, Mr. Weiss? It's been since June.
He is aware that I called him twice on it now, but he's going to figure out the first time I called him.
If we squeeze it a little bit, maybe he'll motivate him.
A few weeks, November 2nd, November 16th.
I would think that's fine.
Okay.
In my opinion.
2nd?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll go say it.
Second.
For the congregation I did get a call from Bill Panesso asking for the board to come to a determination on this matter, or at least some forward movement. That's all I got.
Okay. Do we want to have any discussion on this? Do we want to do a draft? We prepared to discuss this one today, or we want to go back and review it next time, see if we can come up with a resolution? Yes? Hold it? Yeah, please. So let's go back. Let's see if we can really try and come up with this one, to see if we come up with a solution.
As for the items from North Woodmere, I provided a draft grant to the board. In that draft grant does include the original condition regarding all that language, but there's another condition stating that the day care is distinct from the day camp, and therefore we are permitting the day camp, but all the other bars from the previous decision are still in effect.
Does anybody want to make a motion to adopt the grant?
I have an extra copy.
I don't know, because that affects that person. Yeah, so I would think that if we do the grant, that it's got to be. Any motion to accept the grant, the draft grant?
I make that motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor? Do we need to seek one this month? Do we need to seek? There's nothing else to do.
This one.
Okay.
This one. There is one that does. I think there's.
All right. So we have a motion to adopt the grant. Seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay.
Center of Jewish Life Partners. Rockwood portfolio. Once again, do you want to talk about that one?
Yeah, we have spot. We have the transfer fee request on it. So you can review.
Oh, great.
All right. Good. So we're gonna. You can review that.
Yes.
Okay. What about the
In Leahy, I spoke with Lipinski. I spoke with Lipinski, John Lipinski, who's going out to inspect the property. I called him 2 weeks ago. I'll probably follow up for the lunch and see if what is reflected in the site plan is actually what is on the property. He said he was going to send someone out to inspect it. I haven't heard back from him, but I'll give him a call at lunch and see if we can get a better answer for the afternoon session.
Is that what is meant by look up previous grants?
Well, there was other stuff that I did previous to that, which could involve previous grants, because we did grant the property, but they ended up building, the survey supposedly was incorrect. So they built outside of what was actually passed by the board initially. So that was the previous grant portion of it, and now we're just double checking to make sure what's actually built now is reflected in the site plan that was submitted to us. And John Lipinski already sent someone out there, but he hasn't got back to me yet. But I'll call him after this and get confirmation.
Didn't we deny 614 and 615 last week?
We did. The reason why that's back on the calendar is because the court reporter, because we had a conversation before it, closed the, it wasn't on the record, it was before we had the camera, so we put it back on the calendar because technically the vote never happened because it wasn't on the record.
Okay.
So you want to make a motion to confirm what we did last week?
I will move, Mr. Chairman, as it relates to cases 614 of 2022 and 615 of 2022, South Hempstead Birdland Homes, located, affecting property that is near Mott Street and Central Avenue. That the cases be denied. Be denied.
Second, okay, second.
I'll second.
All in favor? Opposed, any abstentions? All right. Next case.
Yeah, I apologize for that. I didn't know that I did the draft grant, so I got you guys late last night, but I did review the transcript, and everything in there was, as it pertains to the outdoor shower, and that was Mr. Motto's major concern, that it be not being closed, that the kitchen not being installed. I spoke and focused on the oven, range, and burner, but permitted a microwave. That's okay with the board.
Yes.
Not utilize as living space, no bed or furniture for sleeping. The sliders need to remain open, they can't enclose it. The trees and the greenery to the one side of it had to be capped at 15 feet. I know 10 feet was mentioned, but no taller than 15. And that's everything that I got from the transcript.
And everybody reviewed that. Do we have a motion to adopt the?
I will move, Mr. Chairman, I will move with regard to cases 574-2022 and 575-2022. Merrick Michael Palladino, affecting the property located at 15 Alice Avenue, being granted as requested with the conditions previously discussed.
Adopting the grant.
Adopted.
All right. Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? All right.
And though I'm going to cover that.
Yeah, for at least in Bethesda, I spoke with Bill Vanessa. I sent an email out to the board of the proposed conditions that we agreed upon, and I checked the transcript after Mr. Pellegrini responded. It seemed that everything matched up as far as the board was concerned. I don't know if you guys want me to adopt with those conditions or maybe a draft grant, whatever the board prefers.
Do we want to do a draft break on this one, or do we want to wait for conditions?
Well, I sent the conditions out to me, and let's apply those conditions into a draft grant.
Yes. Yeah. Let's do a draft.
Okay.
All right. The other one is referral calendar. Is not.
The last one, Center for Jewish Life. Yeah, I sent another draft grant on Center for Jewish Life. The focuses on hours of operation, drop-offs and pickups. Being if it's a large bus in the parking lot, if it's not, if it's a smaller bus on those two streets. Barring there was one street that was not permitted. Hewitt Avenue, nothing on Hewitt Avenue. If there's anything else, the open design of the fence. Unless anyone has any other comments, I believe this covers everything.
Okay, so does anybody want to make a motion to adopt that grant?
So you include Mr. Albertine's conditions?
Correct. So first I checked the transcript first off, and then I called Howard and said, "This is what is there any other conditions that you were including?" And these are the ones that you agreed upon, or this client agreed upon.
I move case 620 of 2022, located at 2174 Hewlett Avenue, the Center for Jewish Life, merit be granted as requested.
We have the draft single grant and a draft.
And there's a single grant there too. So
yes,
so
that's
both
both of those.
Should the 6-foot fence?
Okay, so it should be.
Trying to be temporary.
Yeah, so as of right now, I do have the fence located with John Hayes' open design. I don't know if we'll make it temporary.
I know, but we make it temporary to make sure it is open every time. Like at the point of, you know what I mean? Usually, because it's clear site triangle.
What I can do is I can say that I can remove that from this portion of the decisions. Have two separate decisions, one for the fence and one for everything else.
Remain open and because that way that's the point of making sure it stays open.
I'm fine with including that. Just modifying the decision to include that.
All right, so let's see, Joanne, you made that motion. You accept that amendment to your motion?
Yes.
Okay, second.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions?
We didn't make that in the secret too.
Well, we've got
part everything, right? Yeah, perfect. Okay.
We did an omnibus motion.
Gotcha. And that's everything opposed to this motion. Yeah, that's all right.
Patrick? Administrative? No, that's reserved. That's the referral. All right, so that's covered everything.
That's everything for the town.
All right, so I will. I am not going to be back at 2 o'clock.
I saw the administrative calendar stuff too.
Oh,
sorry, there's extensions of time.
Okay.
There's 3 extensions of time that will operate from calendar time. I trust everyone, and I trust myself.
We have an extension of time request at St. Michael's Home Incorporated. It's Front Street in Uniondale. The board granted them a variances on September 10th, 2014. They need more time to complete the construction. Yes.
What case is this? Where?
St. Michael's. It's on Jerusalem, and it's a Front Street in Uniondale. They're doing construction on their driveway by their deal.
Wait, they're doing construction, there's just dirt.
It's a major construction site, but it's not on the street. It's way off the street.
At least there's no debris there. No equipment, no garbage, no...
Well, if there is, it's all contained on site. It's way set back.
Yeah, but I just mean that, well, there isn't anything. How long ago was the grant?
2014.
And that's the further they've gone.
They still haven't done a lot of demo.
I know something that we've done in the past is if they're older cases, we have them come in to put their excuse on the record. That's something
I don't know. What is this? I mean, I don't know. But honestly, it's not, it doesn't look bad, so that's a good thing. I mean, you know, and I'm assuming the conditions haven't changed as it relates to a religious institution.
So my recommendation is make a motion that we grant them a 1 year extension of time to further work.
Why don't we give them 18 months, because there's no way they're going to start and complete construction in a year. You know what I'm saying? It's dirt right now. So,
He's happy.
what's that?
All right, so what's the motion? 18 months?
18 months.
For that particular case?
Yes.
Is that the only case on the calendar?
No.
All right, so we have a second on the 18 months on that case.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay.
And we have a case, it's JCTL Associates. It was granted by the board on May 11th, 2022. They need more time to secure their building permits.
But it's a maintain. What's the reason you can't get your building permit? No, like, all he wants to do is pick up a permit. All he needs to do is...
They really don't want to.
I know what we're supposed to do. It's to pick up permits. And there's no ample time to complete the work of picking up permits. I mean, it's a new enough grant that I'm sure
I would make a motion that case 365, 367, JCTL Associates to grant them a 6-month extension of time to secure their building permits.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions?
Case number 319, Samuel Grossman, DBA HMSG. It's part of a subdivision. They have not filed their covenants yet. It's in Inwood, 16th Street in Inwood. Request of building supplies delayed. Project owner was out of the country for birth of a grandchild. It was a
122nd. This will be the third extension of secure permits. And it's a subdivision.
subdivision is willing to accept that. It was a rehearing of a 2019 case.
So this is me, part of subdivision, I get that. Hyphen covenants not filed. I don't know how that pertains to making security of permit.
Covenants
Right.
Was.
But how does that pertain to making permits?
You want to recall the case?
It's a
New, yeah, it's a new enough case, probably. I don't think anything's changed, you know.
A 6-month extension of time?
Yes.
I move that case number 319 of 2020 be granted a 6-month extension of time to secure a building.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay.
Okay, so the next thing I have is, I sent a copy of the findings regarding the mosquito shutting case. We granted it with conditions. There was opposition counsel in there. There was Robert Rosenberg. They filed 78, basically stating arbitrary capriciousness. The meat and potatoes of it is essentially religious use, deference, as well as them stating that burden is entitled to special exception, as well as the area variances.
So, I think hopefully everybody's had a chance to review it. We'll just adopt it to submit. Do I have a motion to adopt the findings? Second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any abstentions? Okay.
Next thing I have is a request. Pat, did you take the request for the hearing?
Is it possible?
Oh, here it is. I got it. We're hearing a request regarding this Lloyd case. It concerns. Okay, so here's the. So this is in West Hempstead, 523 Wall Street, case number 422 of 22. We denied it for the front yard setback. It's a corner property on Wall Street here. He cut back. This is 16 feet 7 inches.
Is it construct or it's
a constructed job?
Okay.
And when it was presented, they wanted to maintain it at 14 feet 1 inch. They wanted to have set it back to 16 feet 7 inches, 2.5 feet, increase the setback by 2.5 feet. I will say, in my review of the minutes, and I was just remembering this case, the biggest concern was on this corner property. That front yard was very much encroaching compared to the other houses on Walton Street.
Is that enough for a change?
I think I remember the case. Is that kind of a fun thing that, like a little,
You want them to extend the entire house out towards the water?
I'm going to cut off the discussion. I am not voting to read this.
Okay. Done.
That makes it easy.
That way, all right, so that's the first one. The last one was, the last thing I have is in regards to the Five Towns case. That was a case that it was a subdivision that we granted the subdivision, but we required conditions on the maintained parcel that they remove the cellar entrances and that the owner occupied. It was Article 78 filed in that, and the basis of the argument was in 2007, we granted the case, did not require that there be no cellar entrances, and there is an argument that the cellar entrances on the maintained parcel were legal non-conforming anyway. So, in my conversations, they agreed to file a stipulation discontinuance for the Article 78. If we agree to a modified decision that permits them to have the cellar entrances, then the parcel will be not owned on.
Just on the record, it was legal non-conforming when it was on a bigger lot.
Correct. So, and in my email that I sent, we still hold jurisdiction on doing so. However, there is some persuasive arguments at the very least that it was pre-existing. It would need a. Well, it's
a settlement proposal, right?
Settlement proposal, correct. So it takes 5 town properties management located on 5th Street.
So what do you need us to do?
So it would be a motion to adopt the modified decision, as well as to adopt the stipulation discontinuance.
And do we have that stipulation discontinuance?
Yeah, I sent a copy. But it would be so. And once again, the condition of the modifications is that it only goes into effect once the case is agreed upon to be discontinued.
And the judge signs off on this.
Correct.
I don't have the case. Okay, Chairman, I will make a motion related to case 1075 2020, Elmont 5, or Elmont, LMNT, not the town Elmont, 5 Counts Properties and Management Inc., without an address, but affecting the property on Ludlam Avenue in Elmont, that the conditions of the prior grant be modified to allow the basement cellar entrance that estate did not include it, and that the board adopt stipulation of dismissal regarding the Article 78 currently pending, and that this particular grant or that this motion be and its approval be conditional on the judge accepting the stipulation of dismissal. That's my motion.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? I understand that.
That's right.
right, we stand adjourned until 2 o'clock.
This was a subject. Right, next week. This is a case from us. We granted everything they wanted, except they have threats from the trans were very clear with this statements that there was fusions on the board just against until that was come back to maintain that fence. So he's requesting further notification or to discuss that portion of the application. I said it's either reopening or you're application. It's just I'm saying it's complication. It doesn't want to change.
No. He kind of like withdrew this before the administration stuff. My understanding, you correct?
My client
Why would he want to get
his grandfather, it's far past the board.
and
They proceed to survive by.
I think they see it as a they would rather get from the faster take that risk.
If I want
I think that's the calculus first. And they're also assessing the risk they have of the entire application being modified. So it's just brothers, people.
I
see that.
Post
Yeah, I bet you do.